man without a plan is a man without direction. In this day and age, going into this new year, as a man, I need you to master planning. Master your plan, bro. What's good, y'all, bro? It's your boy. I'm back with another video. It's been a little while. I've been sick, pneumonia, trying to get over it for the last few weeks, so I haven't been recording like that. But I'm back, man. Let's get back to it. These past few weeks, sitting at the house, I started to look over my plan once again. And I realized there's a lot of holes in my plan, right? We always taught that planning is having nothing but a goal that you're reaching for and having a few actionable steps that take you to that goal. When in actuality, I think that leaves a lot of room for failure. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have a goal like I want to reach $1 million, right? How do you reach that with these four actionable steps, right? You're talking about like saving a certain amount of money each month or each week or each pay period, or making more money, doing this, doing that. But at the end of the year, does that really get you to your $1 million point? You know what I'm saying? You never made $1 million before. You know what I'm saying? How about let's have a plan to make the first 1,000, the plan to make the next 5, the next 10, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. But when you look at that stuff, is it really plans or is it just another goal? You know what I'm saying? Then the actionable steps you take is like these 4 or 10 things that's going to help me get there, or what I can do to actually make that happen. Cool. You know what I'm saying? But if you're working for that money 24/7 and you fall sick like I was, it's like a week or two where you are not getting or reaching that goal or reaching that destined thing that you was planning for, right? If you have an incident where your car is messed up, you got to get it fixed. So now you're taking money outside of the plan in order to get the car fixed so you can get back on track with the plan. You know, it's things, and it's certain things in the line of things that end up taken from where you're going. And that's the whole purpose of my video today, wanting to make sure that no matter what's going on, we understand that when we're planning, we need to also make sure that we're putting together things in place where things can still go our way without us even having to be part of the equation. You know what I'm saying? So if I fall sick tomorrow and I'm out for another 2 weeks, like the plan is still going no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Like things are still moving no matter what. And it's not going to be an easy thing, especially if you're not a person that owns a business or something like that. It's going to be something you have to like figure out and like really understand like how you can build this system in your everyday life, right? This is what we're talking about, building it in your everyday life. Like for me, my businesses, I have a few businesses, but like really only one runs without me even being there. You know what I'm saying? And the others, I'm getting to that point, right? And that's what we gotta start to realize. Like, if you're not making money in your sleep, then you're really not doing enough to get to your goals or out of the rat race, if that makes sense. So I really wanted to talk about systems and processes, but more specifically, your strategies or policies, your systems, your processes, your procedures, or your SOPs. You know what I'm saying? I think if you start to look at your life as a business, the business of you, you'll start to realize certain things that you can get done no matter what's going on outside of you, bro. Like, because at the end of the day, if you got all this stuff going on and you ain't got time to tend to your goals, nothing is getting done. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have this great goal that you set forth and that's what you focused on and all that type of stuff, but something is going to take your attention off that at some point. It always happens. Something is going to take your attention off that at some point. It may be your marriage, it may be your child, it may be some side hustle, trying to make some extra money to put into this. It might be a job, it might be traveling or doing something. It might be a sickness or anything like that, like family members or something like that. It might be anything. But if you can be taken off that, is it really a plan? I think for me, a plan should work even when you're not working it. You know what I'm saying? You have the bird's eye view of what's going on. And you could be like, all right, even if this fails, I still can make this tweak, do this, do that, and everything is still smooth. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I just think that we need to plan something so smooth and scalable that it gets us to that goal with little to no effort. You know what I'm saying? Like we can set something, plan it out, put the things in place, put the people in place, or the people that's going to actually work it for us, and then let it grow. You know what I'm saying? You can end up playing the managerial role over everything, just making sure that everything runs smoothly. You know what I'm saying? You the coach. These are your players. These are the jerseys. This is that. This is how everything works. You know what I'm saying? And you just configuring and managing your master plan, bro. I think that's what we need to get into when it comes to our lives and planning, bro. The thing about this is you got to understand when it comes to planning your life, you should plan it like a business. The thing about it is I'm starting to look at planning as building your personal brand, right? So pretty much anything you do, you can turn it into something that makes money. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't gotta be having a certain business outside of yourself. You can have yourself be a business. People do a lot of consulting based off their own knowledge. People sell a lot of courses based off their own knowledge. They sell a lot of ebooks and things like that based off their own knowledge. People like to paint, so they do their own paintings and they sell that. People make YouTube channels. They have opinions. They like to do certain things like little hobbies and all that stuff. So they film it and put it on YouTube. That's getting paid off yourself. You don't got to have a business to get paid off yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like people plan, people build, people will build their success on themselves and don't even understand that what they're doing is actual business. See what I'm saying? Running a YouTube channel is a business. You got people that's taking it very extremely serious because when it brings in money, it brings in money. You know what I'm saying? So you can produce all this content and put it on YouTube and get paid off of it. See what I'm saying? Like, you should take this very serious. You should have your systems and processes in order to make sure that no matter what's going on, you already know how to go about every single thing. And that's what I'm going to end up doing with this channel, like creating my SOPs, my systems, my processes, my policies, every single thing that I need to make sure that this channel becomes successful and end up being exactly what I need it to be. So when it does make money, it makes money and I could put that money to work for the business and for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason why you should be a man and don't understand how to invest for yourself. I don't believe in going to somebody else and allowing them to tell you or dictate what's best for your money and how to grow it. You know what I'm saying? To me, when you think about that stuff, it's like people that really do this stuff for themselves. If they do it for themselves for real, I just don't think they'll be working to do it for other people. You know what I'm saying? Unless they just like really love it and that's what they want to do and they want to help out doing it that way. Cool. You know what I'm saying? But I don't trust another man. I can't trust another man with the responsibility of my money. You know what I'm saying? Because if they lose $500 of my money, they ain't gonna feel how I'm gonna feel losing $500. You know what I'm saying? That's $500 I had to put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in, a lot of time away from my family to make. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't let that go. You know what I'm saying? You just sitting there like losing my money and telling me everything is gonna be okay, and then you don't got a real solid, strong plan to get that back or more. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, when you start to learn things for yourself, you start to realize that a lot of the stuff that you've been told to do is not what you should be doing in the first place. I can't trust a man with my money just how I can't trust a man with my spirituality. I can't trust a man with my belief system, my knowledge and all that type of stuff. Like I can't put the faith of who I am as a man in somebody else's hands. See what I'm saying? I can't do that. I I don't believe in it. You can, and that's cool for you, but I don't believe in it. If it's a man that's smarter than me that know exactly what to do with my money and I don't, I need to learn how to be just like that man, or at least know what he know. So let me go do my own research. Let me go do my own study. And yeah, a man can help me learn for myself. You know what I'm saying? But a man shouldn't be doing it for me. You know what I'm saying? My life is in my hands. I'm the creator and the person that executes all the plans for my life. Nobody else can do that for me. If I allow somebody else to do that, I'm allowing them to starve me. I'm allowing them to lie to me. I'm allowing them to tell me a false narrative, and I see it as truth because they said it. They're the person that's leading my life. That's crazy. I can't do that. So no matter what's going on in your life, you need to be focused on you and doing everything for yourself. I know that you need help with certain things. Cool. Get help. Get help learning for yourself so you can do for yourself. I don't suggest going and just saying I completely give up. I don't want to think about it because it's just too much to think about at the moment. If it's too much to think about if it's too much to think about at the moment, then wait. Wait to learn it, or wait and learn it chunk by chunk, little by little. You know what I'm saying? Don't just completely just give it all up to somebody else for them to like. That's craziness to me, bro. The fact that people are actually out here doing that is the wildest thing imaginable, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say I need y'all to plan. I'm gonna drop a link in the description below, and I want y'all to pay attention to this man's video, and y'all learn systems and processes for yourself, and then take that and understand how to utilize that for your personal life, for your business, for whatever you got going on. I think this is one of the most important things that we all can learn when it comes to running ourselves successfully, running our personal lives, our personal brands successfully, running our businesses, running our side hustles and everything successfully. If you don't got a real plan, you don't plan to win anyway. You know what I'm saying? If you don't got a real plan, you don't plan to win anyway. And that's the wildest thing when you think about it. Once you realize that, you realize, oh, if I really want to win, what do I have to do to win? What are winners doing? I'm going to pull up this little screenshot from that I took on Twitter the other day, because as soon as this man said it, I was just like, yo. And this is why I got to take this even more and more and more serious, because once you start to think like this or see things like this, you'll end up realizing, yep, I'm not going to be sitting here waiting to put something together when I can do it the right way the first time, bro. I'm trying to find this real quick. I don't even know where it's at. I'll take so many screenshots. Here you go. I'm going to put on the screen. It says, by my guy Matt Gray, the math of getting rich is simple. Hustle equals linear income. Systems equal exponential wealth. Most founders choose hustle. Smart founders choose systems. I say that to say exactly what he said. We always want to hustle. We are taught to hustle. We are taught to side hustle. We are taught to get extra money and use it to do this, do that. But in actuality, what is that doing but just creating another job for you? Aren't you tired of going to a full-time job, then getting off and having to work even more hours? Like, I have a 4-year-old son. I want to enjoy time with my son. You know what I'm saying? I can only be this young once. He can only be this young once. I want to enjoy as much time with my son as possible while I have him, while I'm here on this earth. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be sitting here so bombarded with work all the time that I'm tired, I'm super exhausted, and I just can't give none of my life to just having fun and enjoying my time here. Man, I got one life. I get to live one time on this earth. Why would I want it? Why would I want to live it being a slave to somebody else, making them rich, allowing them to get all the time and enjoyment with their family, and I don't get to do the same thing? So no, I want to build exponential wealth. I want to create systems. I want to make sure that the systems work so great that even if they didn't have grease on them, they could still run just as smoothly. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the person where I'm out here trying to figure things out anymore. Like trying to hustle, like trying to do, everything should be figured out now. I'm moving into the point in my life where everything is figured out now. I'm 33 years old and I'm moving into the point where I'm tired of hustling. I don't want to keep having to figure everything out. It's time to have everything figured out. It's time to have everything planned and every single thing, how it moves, all that type of stuff is already done. I don't have to keep worrying about it. That's my life now. That's my goal. That's my goal for 2025. Putting all my ducks in order. Crossing my eyes. Cross my eyes. Crossing my T's and dotting my I's. Everything is figured out. I don't have to sit here and want for anything anymore. It's already figured out. There's no money issues anymore. It's already figured out. There's no time issues. It's already figured out. I know exactly what I'm doing, why I am doing it, why I'm choosing to do it, and it's all in my hands. So I'm going to either succeed or I'm going to fail on my own. But I'm not putting my life in nobody's hands. I'm not allowing anybody to feed or starve me. It's on me. And then, as I'm learning, I teach my son, I teach my nephews, my nieces, my mom, my brothers. I teach my people, I teach my homies, my friends, my business partners. I teach them how to be just as efficient as I am. It's about efficiency, having an efficient life. At the end of the day, we want to enjoy this life and this time that we have with each other. A lot of this stuff when it comes to relationships with anybody is really built off of you not seeing each other's value. But why do you got to see each other's value if it's already there? You know what I'm saying? We just don't see our value in ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So we can't get mad when people treat us exactly how we're acting. That's how we acting. You know what I'm saying? If your value is $100 million, but you acting like your salary of like $40,000, people gonna treat you like that. They not gonna treat you like you are this great person because of what's going on with how you present yourself. You present yourself like a $40,000 earner. You're not presenting yourself like $100 million man. That's very important to think about. You know what I'm saying? You base yourself and your experiences and your knowledge and your education and whatever you're going through in life on what you're making or what you don't have, what you lack. And we need to stop doing that. We need to really hunker down, bruh. And we need to realize our value is inside of us. Whatever you can bring to the table, whatever you can bring to the world, whatever you can solve for the world, that's your value, bro. You know what I'm saying? But no, if we don't got the money to have this, have that, because we drive down a little busted beater, we see ourselves as less than because somebody got more than us, or they got the nicer things, or this person got great dental work and all that type of stuff. Like this person got beautiful hair, beautiful skin, so we see ourselves less than because we're not in their image. Like, man, God made you in His image. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean just because you look a certain way that you're less valuable or less desirable than somebody else. That's craziness. But we believe that. We believe it every single time. Now, why we believe it? It's programming, bro. You're told this all day, every day. I just realized something the other day when I was talking to my nieces and my nephews, and we were just like roasting each other. You know, we just talk a lot of mess and just be fun. But then I realized, is it really fun though if I'm saying something that's harming them, harming their self-image in a way? You know what I'm saying? I might talk about this or that, but then I hear them talk about each other's weight, talk about each other's face or skin color and all that type of stuff. It's like, wait a minute, whoa, it's getting a little too personal now. You know what I'm saying? But starting at that young age, I'm realizing, oh, you already starting to pick certain things to like belittle each other from, and that's not cool. See, when I was growing up and that was happening, we didn't find it to be a problem. But now I'm seeing, oh, they wouldn't have even known that was a problem if we didn't, as adults, say something or point it out in some kind of way, or somebody around them didn't point it out in some kind of way. See what I'm saying? So now it's a problem because they're starting to point this out and making each other feel insecure about certain things. And I ain't one of these soft people. I'm just like starting to think now, like the consequences of our words, the consequences of our actions. It has effects, and then you're gonna wonder why this person get older and they got a weight problem and they feel insecure and undesirable and all that type of stuff. Well, it's because when they was a kid, y'all been telling them since they was a kid that they was overweight, that they was this, that they was that. And you end up looking at it and just like, man, like you're thinking in your head that they should know that they beautiful no matter what. But how they gonna know that when they was told that since kids to like, you know what I'm saying? And they felt a way about that and they start to hate themselves, hate that part of them because of you. Because of people like you was talking all this about them. So it made them start to like look at themselves different. They didn't value themselves like they should. You know what I'm saying? Long rant, I'm sorry, bro. But I'm just starting to look at things much more different, much more precise, and just like really understand like no matter what's going on in life, you really have to be your biggest cheerleader. It's gonna be a lot of people telling you no, what you can't do, what you shouldn't be doing, what you need to focus on, all this type of stuff. But the only person that really know your route and what you should be doing, how you should be doing things, how you should handle things, what you should be learning, what you should be putting all your energy into is you, bro. Can't nobody tell you. For a long time, man, my dad and my grandfather, even my grandmother and my auntie was telling me, like, get a job, get a job, get a job, get a job, get a job. But they was telling me to get a job when I had a job. It didn't make sense to me. Then when I got a job, it's, oh, you ain't making enough. You ain't making enough. You need to get a higher paying job. So I get a higher paying job. Oh, you ain't making enough. You need another higher paying job. So I get another higher paying job. To the point, I think like job wise, the highest I got to, like, I want to say like 20, like early 20s, was like $18 an hour. But at $18 an hour, I came to the homie house one day. We got a little check. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at my check and I'm like, man, I done worked all this. I done worked all this time and say that I like made 1500, but I took home 800. And I was so pissed off, bro, because it was just like that was my first job from an $18 hour job. My first check from an $18 hour job. It was like, man, I made all this money, and I'm only taking home 800 some dollars. And the homie worked at Chipotle, making I want to say like 9 something, so like half of what I'm making an hour. And he was like, well, yeah, like I made 800 something too, but when we compared checks, he made like $10 more than me. And I was like blown away because it was just like we worked about the same amount of hours, but I think I worked like a few more hours than he did, and I had a little less than he did. Obviously, they took like taxes and all that type of stuff out, but to me, it was like, damn, if it's going to be that much of a gap in the pay, but the checks still come out damn near the same, we playing the game wrong. That's when I really first seen it. Like we playing the game wrong. We trying to get the most amount of money per hour instead of just creating value for people and getting paid off the value that we create. You know what I'm saying? Like the job that he was doing, he was feeding people. The job I was doing, I was in like a cold storage. Like I'm doing like forklifting and all this stuff. I'm in the heavy suits. I'm packing orders. I'm loading up trucks. I'm getting truckers, like all the paperwork done, all that type of stuff. I'm doing all this stuff. I'm calling vendors and all this stuff to like order more stuff. Like I'm doing all this stuff, like full on doing the whole thing. And I'm still making like I'm doing way more work for what? Just to get the same amount of pay? And it was crazy to me. I spent like a year in that place before I was just like, I gotta go. Cause I started to realize something in life, bro. Like, you don't get what you want if you play in that game. You get what you're in position to get. What you allow them to give you, if that makes sense. So I stopped wanting to play that game. I stopped wanting to be this person that's just going to, how do you say, be comfortable with creating my life within the system. And I was like, in order for me to really win out here, I got to create my own system. People didn't understand that. They still don't understand that. They still tell me to this day, job, 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 job. But I made more money. I made more money in 3 months driving Uber every day than I did at a job in a year. In 3 months driving Uber, I made $35,000. I'm talking about like every single day. Like not even always 12 hours, just like going out there every single day, just making some bread, $35,000. I'm just like, oh, certain things like that just show me like there's ways that you can still be the common person and break the system. There's ways you can do certain things and like raise up all the capital that you need for whatever you're trying to launch or whatever. And that's what I'm really getting at, bro. Freedom. This planning thing got to be about your freedom, and what you see is going to be what you need to live your life to the fullest, live your life to its fullest potential, live your life how you want to see it. You know what I'm saying? You don't need long. It don't take long to get yourself in position to do what you got to do or see life or envision or live life how you want to live it. But if you don't got a plan to get there, if you don't got a plan to execute, to scale it, to make it work for you when you don't want to work it, like you end up putting yourself in a position where it's just, how do I say, it's just, you put yourself in a position where you don't really get to take advantage of your life at the end of the day. You giving your life and your every waking breath or whatever you want to call it to somebody, making them rich, making their family wealthy, allowing them to enjoy their life. Meanwhile, you sitting here suffering and you thinking a president or something like that is going to save you from your suffering. But in actuality, it's going to be your mindset. In actuality, it's going to be you changing your mindset, changing your freedom planning, your plan of freedom. Bitcoin is heavy in my plan of freedom. Investing in stocks is heavy in my plan of freedom. Investing in real estate is heavy in my plan of freedom. But now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, oh, really only Bitcoin. Like I might use stocks and real estate to like capitalize on getting extra money from inflation. But soon as I get that money, I have a plan where that money needs to go and why it needs to go there and how it needs to go there, what it needs to do for me when it's there in order to create the life and the lifestyle and everything that I want. I study a lot of people, man. I study a lot of people when it comes to wealth. And I just sit here and read all day, like just to perfect my blueprint of what I want. And that's a lot of things that's something that everybody got to get more critical about is studying and how to bring your own freedom to you. A lot of people don't study. A lot of people just sit here on their ass all day and just wish, hope, want. But they're not gonna read these books. They're not gonna view these videos on YouTube. They're not gonna do whatever it takes to get themselves in position in order to make sure that what they want in their life is gonna ring true in their experience one day. And I don't really want to plan for one day. I want to plan for an exact day. You know what I'm saying? I feel like how we were taught to set goals and all that stuff, plans for one day, but one day never happens because you don't got an operating system when it comes to getting to that. And that's what I'm talking about. Creating an operating system in your plans that no matter what's going on, the system is still going even when you sleep. The system is still processing some kind of way even when you sleep. Things are being automated. Things are being done because of this person or that person. You got it in the system doing certain things for you and making sure that it's getting done. For example, you can have a media company where you cranking out podcasts or something like that all the time, and the system might end up certain cameras, certain hard drives, a certain website to send over footage to a person that's going to edit and everything, and the person's going to edit it to be a certain amount in length and make sure that the titles and the thumbnail and all that type of stuff is all ready to go, and then it might get sent to another person that's going to end up uploading it and scheduling it out on a platform like later.com where they can schedule it no matter what. They got all the edits for social media, Instagram Reels, post, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, if y'all do that, and the YouTube video and the YouTube shorts and all that type of stuff, and just making sure that every single aspect of it is taken care of. You know what I'm saying? That's just like a small little thing, but that doesn't even include the production when it comes to generating the ideas, the financials when it comes to like making sure that everybody's getting paid and all this type of stuff, and money's being made, and when it's being made, where is it going to go? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it has to be very detailed to the point that the system is operating no matter what. So you probably the face of the whole thing. Like me, I'm probably the face of this whole thing, and I'm recording right now. But as I record it, I'm not editing it myself. I'm pushing the videos off to somebody else. They edit it and they do everything. So while I'm doing something else or living my life, somebody else done took the next step of the system of the plan, and they're working it. You know what I'm saying? It's constantly working without me even being involved in the rest of the steps. You know what I'm saying? I have a detailed document of what I want, how I want it. Let's say a branding or a style guide, right? I got a guide. These are the fonts that I want to use. These are the colors that I want to use for the thumbnail. These are the lower thirds that I want. This is like the runtime that I want it to be within. This is the intro every single time. This is the outro every single time. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's already built out for us. You know what I'm saying? If you pay attention to this channel and me, my videos start a certain way. My thumbnails look a certain way. It's a certain title, certain font, certain logo that I use, certain color that I use, a certain my outros always look the same now. My lower thirds, think they like up here somewhere. One of these sides, they appear somewhere. It says subscribe to AmonL'a. You know, that's my lower third. And if I have something else like a little message inside the video, you're gonna see it somewhere on the screen in the same font that I use. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, certain things can already be planned out, done once, figured out once, and then the system just keeps cranking it because it's already figured out. We already know exactly what's going on, what to do, and we just get it out there. You know what I'm saying? It takes me little to no time to do these videos, right? Because I built a system already, right? So whoever I end up hiring to do the edits on this type of stuff, all they got to do is take this template from Premiere Pro, drop the video in. If it needs chops, chop it, move it on down, render it out, and everything else is in place. You know what I'm saying? The music that I'm going to use is in place. If I use music, it's already in the template. The lower thirds is already in the template. The intro and the outro things are already in the template. So they just got to drop the video, render it out, export it, it's done. You know what I'm saying? It's quick and easy because I don't even do my own thumbnails anymore. I literally just pause, just take a little piece of the video. I get the photo from the video, I take it, I make it black and white real quick, I get everything, I get the background removed, all that type of stuff. I put a little grain to it, and I put it on the thumbnail background, add my text, and it's done. Like, it's simple like that. It's not even hard, bro. It's like it's very simple for me to get something done as quick as possible now. Like, but you gotta make sure that when you're doing that, everything is in order. So have you a style guide, have you a branding guide. If you need me to create a branding guide or a style guide for you, just hit me up, bro. Like, I do this. Like, I will leave a link to this in the description of my my Instagram page where I do all this stuff, Sonar Design, right here. This link right here. But Sonar Design, like, I do a lot of design and all that type of stuff. Like, I have an eye for this stuff. It's my passion. I love this stuff. So if y'all need something, just hit me up, bro. Let me know. I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I say all that to say, sorry, this ended up turning into a rant when I wanted it to be an educational video. But yeah, man, this was just my rant on why every man needs a solid plan. Why every man needs to master planning for their success. I don't think nobody gets anywhere in life without having a solid plan. And if you just took the time to listen to this video, I appreciate you. I hope I gave you some kind of insight, some kind of value today. Yeah, man, don't forget to like, subscribe. Please share this video with somebody you think it might help some kind of way, maybe a mindset shift or something like that. It might help somebody, so it's best that you share it. You know what I'm saying? But subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Hope y'all have a good one, man. Peace.